New tech.
Hello guys, Andy here with CheckNewTech, and today we're looking at the all-new Amazon Echo Dot. This is the second generation that just came out today, October 20th, 2016. I'm pretty excited to review it as I just got this in my hands. For those of you who don't know what an Amazon Echo or Echo Dot is, it is a cloud-based voice control system that will allow you to ask it questions and give you responses such as checking the weather, playing music, setting alarms, looking at your calendar agenda, even fancy things like calling you an Uber or ordering a pizza. It uses the Alexa voice control, very similar to if you have a smartphone, you may have the Google Now where you'll say, "Okay, Google," or if you have a iPhone, you would ask it questions by calling Siri. So this is a pretty cool system. It is a much smaller version of the Echo. Now the second generation does not require the large Echo to be present, so you could own this independently and connect it to your Wi-Fi system, and it will do a lot of fancy and cool things. So we're going to go ahead and open it. Amazon always makes their packaging quite fancy here, so feel like they copied this from Apple a little bit. As you can see, this system is very tiny. It is great because it will fit in the palm of my hand. It does have a much smaller speaker than the Echo, I will mention that, and rightfully so. It's a much smaller version, but to compensate for that, it does have a jack where you can plug it into a 3.5 millimeter adapter, or you could connect it via Bluetooth to another speaker. And if you prefer that for a louder response, that's great. The microphone does seem to be quite powerful on the original Echoes, and I don't imagine this to be any less powerful, where it can pick up your voice very nicely. So the adapter is right here. This is the USB cord, quite long, and this is the adapter here. So we are going to go ahead and plug this in here. We are going to plug that into the outlet, and once we plug this into the micro USB port, the Amazon Alexa voice, you'll see a blue ring here. It'll light up. Looks like that. Pretty cool. So the blue ring will spin around for about a minute, and then once it changes to orange, we could start setting up Alexa here. As you can see, it's orange now.
Hello. Your Amazon Echo Dot is ready for setup. Just follow the instructions in your Alexa app.
Okay, so now it's telling us to follow the instructions in the Alexa app. I'm going to open my Alexa app. Okay, so setup on this device was a breeze. All I had to do was download the Echo Dot app on my phone, and I had to locate the device after I hit the action button for a few seconds there. And once I locate the device, enter my Wi-Fi password, and boom, it was set up in about 40 seconds. Probably took me longer to unbox the freaking device than to set it up, which is great. I even linked my Pandora account from the phone, and it took about 10 seconds. One thing I do have to mention is if you do not have a smartphone or a tablet handy, you will not be able to use the device. And that is unfortunate because it doesn't have a connection to a computer, but I would say in this day and age, most people do have some access to a smart device, so it shouldn't be a huge issue for you, but just something to keep in mind when you're ordering a device. Let's go ahead and try some of the fun things with this device and see how well they work. Alexa, what's the weather?
Currently, in Bartlett, it's 49 degrees with mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, you can look for just a few clouds in the sky with a low of 38 degrees.
Okay, it's kind of bad that it's going to be 38 degrees here in October, but the good news is it understood my question, it clearly spoke to me, and the internal speaker was decent. I don't know how decent it would be for music, but let's go ahead and try it out. Alexa, play today's hits on Pandora.
Getting your today's hits radio station from Pandora.
Set you hallelujah. Girl, set you hallelujah. Girl, set you hallelujah. 'Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. 'Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. 'Cause Uptown Funk don't
Alexa, stop. Okay. As you could tell, it was okay. If your primary reason of buying this device is to listen to music, you may want to consider getting an external speaker and hooking it up via Bluetooth or via the cable in the back and being able to listen to music a little bit louder and probably a little bit more clear than that. But for everyday things, it should be sufficient. Let's try something in the alarm section, like Alexa, set alarm for 8 a.m.
Second alarm set for 8 a.m. tomorrow.
Perfect. Alexa, tell me a joke.
Two antennas got married. The wedding was boring, but the reception was excellent.
Okay. All right, so you could tell the humor is pretty dry and cheesy, but it's probably about the same level as my sense of humor. You could also do fun things like hooking it up to your Uber app, or you could hook it up to your Domino's app because you could call for a ride, you could call for a pizza, you could even do some shopping on Amazon with it. Overall, it's a fun device to have. Being that it's so compact and small and it would fit anywhere in your house, I would highly recommend it, especially for $50. And I hope you guys seriously consider getting one, and hopefully this answered most of your questions about owning an Amazon Echo Dot second generation. Thank you for watching this video.
CheckNewTech.